What up, guys? James from Bolt Bros here. Let's talk about the breaking news here, guys. We have officially released Eric Kendricks from the Chargers. So, interesting bit of news, but kind of an expected move all around for the Chargers. So, let's just go ahead and jump into it, and we'll talk about even some of the updates of the salary cap, plus maybe some free agent linebackers to look at. So, let's just go ahead and get into it, guys. Bolt Bros, let's go.
I'm Deion Henley. You watching the Bolt Bros podcast? Let's do it!
All right, guys. Once again, James here from the Bolt Bros. Giving you guys this update here. Eric Kendricks has been released by the Chargers. And once again, guys, like and subscribe to the video, to the channel. We'd love to be able to see all your guys' support, love here, and your comments below. So once again, Chargers let go Eric Kendricks. Kind of a wild move all around, but kind of an expected move all around. He was a team captain for 2023. Started 14 of 15 games with the Chargers after signing last offseason. Kind of one of those guys that you thought, hey, man, he's got a little bit of caps situation, adding him to the team. He was, I think, about $6.5 million towards the cap this year. Hey, you got to find ways to make a little bit of money to be able to spend on free agents. So this one all makes sense all around. He ranked second on the team with 117 tackles, 79 solo, marking his 8th season straight with at least 100 defensive stops. Kendricks had 3.5 sacks, 7 tackles for loss, 6 pass defense, and 1 forced fumble. So it's not like he didn't produce. I just don't think that Eric Kendricks is worth what we were paying him at that point. So $6.5 million savings towards the cap helps us out quite a bit. And let me just kind of give you guys a little bit of an update on that salary cap. So if you look at that, we have currently, right now, we have now only $19.17 million over the cap now. So we still have some room to work with and some work to do all around. But this was a move that I really thought was going to happen. We are now extremely, very, very thin on the linebacker side of things for our team. If you really even think about that, you kind of probably got to look at finding a way to be able to get some linebackers in this team now. That's something that could be done through free agency. That's something that could be done through, draft. There's a lot of things that we got to work on with this linebacker situation all around. So, but as we're seeing, we're at $19.17 million over the salary cap. Obviously, one move that you could even just make is a Khalil Mack release. And if you do that, hey, don't attack me. Don't say, hey, we got to keep Khalil Mack. No, I get it. But we got to find ways to make some money here. This is, if we just say we cut Khalil Mack, we'll be at $4 million over salary cap. You can do some renegotiations. Let's just say if you want Joey Bosa, cool. You're still $4 million under if you release him outright. My thoughts is Mike Williams is probably going to be one of those guys that gets let go. We'd have $825,000 over the salary cap. Next person that probably will be getting let go, in my opinion, will probably end up being Corey Linsley. I think he's already kind of got that all situated based upon renegotiation of his contract. Doesn't really help us a whole heck of a lot for his release, but who knows what that's going to be. I mean, heck, that would be an absolute amazing thing if we ended up keeping Corey Linsley. And he actually ends up playing for us. But I think with the whole contract renegotiation, he's sticking around, or at least he's going to get let go at some point. So either which way, this is a move that we needed to make. This is a move that needed to happen. It is a move that needed to happen for the depth of this team, or at least I should say cap of this team. I'll actually just go ahead and say, let's look at our current depth situation of our team. That's probably a good indicator that we need to be able to find a way to fill this linebacker position. Now, it's interesting to me because we have very thin at the linebacker. So Nick Neiman, Deion Henley, please give him some play time this year. He's a stud. Let him get out there and play, man. He is a game wrecker, and I think would be a great fit in Jesse Minter's defense. Now, Kenneth Murray, we didn't sign his 5th-year contract, so he is essentially a free agent start of this year. Are we going to sign him back? Who knows? He might actually end up being a pretty cheap signing for us to bring him back. Amen is another guy. Blake Lynch is another guy. I think he's on a future contract with us, but we are very thin at the linebacker position, guys. We need to find somebody there, and we need to find somebody that fits very well with the system. Now, you go out there and look at some of the guys that are out there in the draft. There are some pretty solid linebackers. Once again, the guy, what was it, Colston from Michigan. I think he would be a great pickup for this team. We need to find linebackers, period, for this team. So keep an eye out for that. And I do very much think the draft could be an area that we end up finding another linebacker to fill those gaps. Now, I'm going to just pull up real quick. Free agency. We obviously got to find a way to free up some money, right? Let me give you some free agency trackers right now for linebackers. NaVorro Bowman's our coach, right, as a linebacker. Absolute solid linebacker when he played with Jim Harbaugh. It's a great continuity plan to be able to bring that intensity that NaVorro Bowman brought to this team. Now you got this as your free agent. So obviously Devin White's a dog. I mean, he's going to be probably getting paid pretty well. His average contract value was at $7.3 million. Let's see what his market value is. Market value currently is at $10.7 million. So I'm going to safely say, yeah, it's not going to happen, guys. So we will see where that pans out for him. I'm sure he will get paid that. Josie Jewell, I liked him with Denver. He's about 29 years old right now. He'll probably be getting close to 30 when he does have the season start. $5.5 million was his contract value. Let's see here. Let's see what the market value is going to give to him. $7.6 million. Not as bad as I was thinking, but that's one of those guys that you could possibly find a way to be able to get out there and bring in a guy that's a pretty solid player for us. You know, Devin Bush being another guy, he's not a bad player. Patrick Queen, you would love to be able to see him, right? You would love to be able to see him, but he is going to get paid, bro. So what do we have here? $18.5 million. I mean, it's probably not going to happen, guys. But there are some guys out there that we need to find that are going to fit for this team. Some might be free agency. Maybe we'll bring back Kenneth Murray. Who knows? I mean, Jordan Hicks, Bobby Wagner. I mean, there's some of these guys that are later in their career that I get a little nervous to be able to try to get those guys. But there are some players out there that we might be able to get here cheaply that might be some good system fits for us. I know this is the one area that nobody's really talking heavily about on the linebacker side of things. We are extremely thin in that area, and we've got to find a way to get some linebackers. Even in some of the mock drafts, I was pretty heavy about trying to go after Colston, the linebacker from Michigan, and try to bring him in because I know we need that guy that's played with Jesse Minter and a guy that could be an instant plug and play for this team. Because I think him and Deion Hanley are going to be two of the linebackers for sure. But Nick Neiman is one of those guys that I really like, and I think he could be good. But we need to build our linebackers quite a bit. So once again, guys, just a quick video. Eric Kendricks released. We are now $19 million over the salary cap. We still got some work to do. And expect more moves to be happening here in the next few days. I mean, heck, maybe even tonight, even more moves might happen. So keep an eye out, guys. Stay connected with us here at Bolt Bros. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Throw some comments below. Love to be able to hear from you guys and your thoughts. So once again, guys, James from Bolt Bros. Let's go.